Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and have ourselves a drink.
All right, and with Michaela singing, that means we are back in the lobby bar for the week of July the 6th, 2026. Brian and Michaela with you. And Michaela, hopefully everyone out there had a good 4th of July weekend here in the States. Hopefully you got to celebrate. Hopefully you stayed safe. They canceled like a bunch of events because it was too hot outside. It was too hot outside for me. I stayed inside. How was yours? Did you get into anything? Did you fire up a sparkler or two?
I did fire up a couple sparklers. I did some snakes from my childhood
Okay.
because I got
Okay.
that 1989 nostalgia going on. I did a
Yeah.
fountain or two. Um,
Okay.
Everybody survived. No fingers or toes were taken off. I hope everybody else survived. Um, yeah, everybody made it. It helps that we don't do bottle rockets at my house or
No.
any of the normal firecrackers like the black cats and stuff. We don't do any of that because we've seen ER and we've seen Rescue 911 and we know the odds are not in our favor. So
That's true. When given the option between fireworks and drinks, we pick drinks here at Drink the Movies. So yeah,
that's
there you
true.
go, there you go. Hopefully, yeah, everyone had a good weekend. Hopefully, you got out to see a movie more on that weekend holiday box office here in just a minute. But what we need to do is we need to make a cocktail here for the lobby bar. And I thought of something today, and I don't remember ever doing this. I think that we might have just dropped it in willy-nilly like in our conversation sometimes, but I don't think we've ever actually like talked about what this is. I think we actually might have even said it last week because you're in Texas, which I believe is the birthplace of this. Maybe the birthplace of this is Mexico. I don't really know. Let us know down in the comments somewhere or on our social medias. But today I thought we should mix up a ranch water because it is still like 150 degrees outside. Summer looks like it's going to be long and hot and drawn out. So I'm gonna mix up some tequila and lime and Topo Chico. Michaela, what say you?
I say, hand me that ranch water. If you're going to do this, though, I think good tequila is kind of a must. Normally, when we make a lot of cocktails with a lot of different stuff, we say don't bother getting the really good stuff. But in this case, because all you have is lime and Topo Chico, which is a really
That's true.
beautiful Mexican sparkling water, you're going to want good tequila. You're going to want a tequila that you actually like the
Yeah.
taste of. If you don't like it, you will not like it in a ranch water either. I'm
I
just
mean,
saying.
as long as it says 100% agave on it, you're probably okay.
Yeah,
If it does
probably.
not say that, and it also says the name that I'm not going to mention right here, but it rhymes with Schmoze Buervo. Go ahead and skip that. But yeah, use a nice silver tequila in this, and to put one together, let's do it. I think traditionally, I think you literally like take a swig of your Topo Chico and then you just fill it up with tequila. Am I wrong on that? Is that how that's how you do it? I think
Yeah,
it like if you're really working on the ranch, that's how you're going to do it. But that's not
yeah,
how I'm going to
yeah.
do mine. I do not pretend to work on a ranch at all. I'm going to make mine in a glass with some ice. So into that glass goes 1.5 ounces of tequila, the juice of about a half a lime. You can go ahead and throw that in there too, like the leftover of the lime thing in there. Go ahead and just chuck that in there. Why not? And then top it off with Topo Chico the rest of the way. And then what you do is you sip and enjoy this. And as you're drinking it, you just keep filling it back up with the Topo Chico until your bottle of Topo Chico is gone. That makes you get a nice long lasting drink out of this. It's refreshing. It has just some hints of the tequila in there. It's delicious. Apparently, a lot of like fancy like bars and restaurants now are doing a ranch water and they're adding just a little bit of triple sec to this as well, which would also be good. That's a little fancier. If you're working on like a nice ranch, I guess maybe you do that. So you could do that. Then it would hit more on that like margarita adjacent kind of a thing that the
Right.
ranch water is supposed to be going for. But yeah, I mean, were ranch water something you dipped into back in your Texan days, Michaela, or were you like not into the cocktail game enough back then and you missed the boat on these? What do you think?
I had them before. They were kind of a fad that went through, and I'm from San Antonio, which has like a huge Latin X influence, right? And
Hmm.
so this was something that when you were old enough to drink, like in college, I'd come home and everybody would do. It was like the Cosmo at the time. It was this big fad where it was like you're old enough now, you can do ranch waters. And it is interesting because ranch waters are not supposed to be super fancy, but there are a lot of fancy restaurants that are now doing like super bougie ranch waters with like
Hmm. Hmm.
like dragon fruit and like kiwi and mango, and that's fine. But there is nothing like a classic because I'll tell you what, it is quite refreshing. I don't, I've never worked truly on a ranch, but I have worked on my father's land, and I'll tell you, this hits the spot when you are really hot and you've had a long day putting up fence. It is really, really good. And what I also find about this is that not, I mean, it's obviously alcoholic because of the tequila, but it's also got enough water where you're not
Hmm.
gonna, get yourself sick by being out in the sun and then like completely boozed up, which is important. We all
Yeah.
want everybody to drink responsibly here.
Yeah, it's
Your
meant to be
girl over here,
hydrating.
right?
Like I said, that's kind of why you keep adding that Topo Chico to it. It makes
Yeah,
it
yeah.
it stretches that thing out, and range water then is good to drink all day.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, well, maybe not all day, but it's better than rosé all day. And I will say
That's
that
true.
from experience. It's definitely better on the liver. Yes, that's true.
It doesn't fit onto a tote bag as nicely as rosé all day. But yeah,
Yes.
maybe we should get ranch water on some totes out there and some koozies and stuff like that. So let's do that. Let's also go see a movie. Some people did that over the weekend. Not as many as I thought. I really thought that we might do some gangbusters numbers in the box office this weekend, but apparently that was not to be the case. I thought, go in, take in some AC and catch a new movie. Leading the way was Minions and Monsters. That comes in first with $36.4 million dollars. I think it was the lowest opening of any of the Minions Despicable Me franchise, so not great there. It barely edges out Toy Story here, dropping into second place at $31 million dollars. I think Toy Story is up over like $700 million dollars worldwide now, so good job on that. We talked about it last week in an episode. If you want some more Toy Story 5 news in your life, go check that out. Young Washington, Supergirl, and Disclosure Day round out the top five. So we have that. Minions and Monsters, like we mentioned, isn't really something that we're that interested in. Young Washington, I assume, will fall off here after the holiday weekend. It's like an Angel Films production thing there. But we do have some new things coming out everyone's way. I think we should talk about here for just a second. In the Evil Dead franchise, we're getting a new entry there. The Evil Dead Burn film is coming out. We also have The Invite and Moana, something we're going to be talking about here on the podcast in a couple of weeks. So we'll skip that. Evil Dead Burn. Michaela, do you like Evil Dead? Is that your jam? Do you know that much about it?
I know enough to know that it's not really my jam. It used to be. I feel like it
Okay.
was like
Okay.
I liked the first couple. I liked Army of Darkness. Like, but
Hmm.
then
Yeah,
it started getting more and more ridiculous, I think, which may be part of its appeal because the first one's ridiculous. Like, I don't know why I'm, gatekeeping on the
that's
ridiculousness
true.
here that is the Evil Dead, right?
Oh
There's
my
a
gosh.
book, it's
Yeah.
really scary, and the second one's basically the first one again. I mean, yeah. I don't know if this might be something that I partake in during the month of October. I don't think I'm going to make it out to the theater, or I wouldn't make it out to
Yeah.
the theater to see it. Yeah.
It's been a really good year for horror, so we'll see if the Evil Dead Burn film comes in top billing this week. I don't know about that. We also have the Invite coming out, which looks like it might be pretty good and kind of awkward. I guess it's also a year for awkward movies, so we've got that coming. This one's got the star-studded cast, so it's got Seth Rogen, Olivia Wilde, Penelope Cruz, Edward Norton in here, directed by Olivia Wilde. Michaela, this I don't know. This one looks pretty good. It might be kind of funny if you're into that like awkward sort of thing, I think is where this is
I
going.
th Yeah, I think if you were ever into there was a movie that was based on a play called The Carnage, and it was really good. And this kind of reminds me of that, where it's a dinner party where nothing is quite what it seems. Um, and it's Seth Rogen, and so there's a lot of people looking weirdly and awkwardly at each other. Um, so I'm into that. I think I think that's um, I don't know. I saw one preview of this and I was very intrigued.
Yeah, it seems very interesting. It's doing pretty good here review wise. A24 coming, so we might go check that out. We have a lot of stuff to watch here, so we'll see if we can make time to get out and see that sometime this week because we also have to get out and see Moana, which is the new live action telling there of the animated film. The plan is right now to talk about Moana, the new live action, and talk about the animated version over on Patreon, patreon.com/drink the movies. So check that out for bonus content because we've got stuff over there like the Masters of the Universe. We talked about that a couple weeks ago. We do our hangouts over there, so go check that out. Look for Moana content probably coming on over there soon. Last week on the podcast, we talked about Ocean's 11, one of the best capers of them all. This week, we're going to be talking about Supergirl, a film we just took in last week, and we've got some flaming shots to go along with that one. So stay tuned for some coverage of Supergirl. So let us know how you celebrated the 4th. Let us know if you made it out to see Minions and Monsters. Let us know what you think about the Evil Dead franchise, and let us know what you think about Ranch Water. For now, though, that's going to do it for this lobby bar. We'll talk to you next week.